thank everyone for coming today in recognition of my father, John Kelser, Korean War veteran. As a veteran myself, it's a good thing that we give veterans the honor that they deserve. I mean, there's no sacrifice more important than willingness to give up your life for your country and in the belief of something greater than you are. And it's something that, we really need now in this world where who knows what to believe, who knows what you see on TV and in media, you don't know what to believe in. But as a veteran myself, I know what I believed in, I know what I still believe in, and I'll believe that until I die. And it's something that my father did have. We were patriotic, and I commemorate his service during the Korean War. My brother here, Rick, is going to say a few things, and then it'll be quick because in the military we're out here by 10:20. So you have exactly 15 minutes, Rick. And thank everyone for coming.
Favorite song.
So what we're getting at, my father was an excellent steel guitarist, and for those of you who know anything about that instrument, and I just know what it looks like, I inherited none of his talent for musicianship, but to play that instrument, it's a lifelong process. I mean, to learn that and then the different things you do with your legs. So some of his favorite music was steel guitar music. Did you get that working there, Rick? I don't know. It's not that clear. And it's hard to hum a few bars of steel guitar. And then I remember he graduated to like the double neck steels and all that. So it's not just one was enough, but to try to play two guitars at the same time is really tough.
I went to visit him and my mom. So I'm John's stepdaughter. He was married to my mom, Betty. And my daughter had a guitar. And we took it. He literally sat in the kitchen and sang to my mom for so long that his fingers were bleeding from playing the guitar. And we were like, John, he's like, I don't care. So we keep right on playing. And he did. We had the best time.
Yeah.
You want to try that?
Some of my best memories were, he would play guitar and sing to us. Kalijah, that song. He would sing Nancy. That's not the song.
Everybody wants to know where the name Zod came from. When I was little, I was at Carindale Mall, and he used to work there at Cowley's. He was a clothing store manager, and I was at the mall, and I said, "Hey, Dad, and 3 people turned around. And I thought, wow, I got all these dads. So I came home and I told my mom, I said, I got 3 more dads up here in that wall. And she said, that's odd. And then I thought, what rhymes with odd? And there it became Zod. And when I started calling him Zod, he started answering to it. So before you knew it, everyone in the world's calling him Zod. Now, he was Grand Zod, Great Grand Zod, and he was happiest when the I Zod shirt came out. He was the first one to wear it. So that's where Zod came from. What else do we want to say? We want to say anything else, Dave? We still got time? Is that yours? This one was on the lane.
It's kind of weird for you. Is that like when you're listening to whale songs and you play that?
No, I could.
Yeah.
Do we want to say anything else? Did you tell me about these boots?
I always have stuff to say. Okay, somebody stop me at 10:20 or drag me out. Or I might have to re-enlist. They did call me. So I asked Dad about these years back. I said, I heard there was an incident with your army boots at some point when you were first married. He said, oh yeah. I said, because you always have to polish them up so you can get them dirty, when you stand in formation 5 minutes. But so he said he was polishing his boots, and my mother comes in, and she said, you're not paying enough attention to me, and ripped the boots out of his hand, threw them out the window, and then he said in horror he watched as a truck ran him over. And it wasn't just because of the incident with my mother, but he knew he was going to catch hell in formation that morning. So it wasn't necessarily that, maybe I wasn't paying enough attention to my wife, but man, the drill sergeants make it all of me. So, his boots go back to pretty important, but it's attention to detail already in the military, just
Right now, sometimes he would tend to stretch the truth. So I always have to ask somebody, did that really happen? So I said, Mom, did you throw his boots out the window 4 times? She said, yeah, he was polishing them for 6 hours. She said, something's wrong with your father. She said, I took him, he them out the window. I said, that's a true story.
So, yeah, I think that one was a true one. So, there were quite a few other stories. I remember some of my aunts and uncles so back in the day in the Korean War, how they got to and from the theater were in big, basically battleships, cruisers, and even aircraft carriers. So after his tour in Korea, they came back and he spent about 2 months on deck, just catching rays, because all the Navy folks did all the work on board ship. And so the Army guys just got to tag along for the ride. And I remember a lot of my aunts and uncles saying, your dad had the best skin. He looked like he was a native from Sumatra when he got back. And I was like, pretty tough duty, huh? And he's like, yeah. But, I was stationed in Hawaii for a couple years, and I got that tan going pretty good, too. But I had a different story about it. Because I couldn't say that I was on board ship for 2 months. So those were the good old days. Now a lot of times the troops are just flown, in and they get in there within 24 hours. So that was kind of a cool story.
Yeah, it was. One more thing, he died of COVID. He had pneumonia, and then when he went to the hospital, the COVID got him. Now that wasn't his first bout with pneumonia. I remember I was about 9 or 10. We were living on Jack Street, in Brooklyn, and he got pneumonia and he was laid on the bed. And my Aunt Gina came over to help him out. And Aunt Gina was a drinker. Okay, so she's on one side of the bed, my mom's on the other, he's in the middle, and she's checking him out. And I think she's half cropped. And she says, child, that's what she's called him. She said, child, go in the bathroom and get me some alcohol. So I go to the bathroom, I'm reading everything. I said, pro pill, rubbing alcohol, wintergreen. his forehead. When she poured it in his eye. Okay? Mom started screaming and said, Betty Jean, you just poured it in his damn eye. And she said, well, he moved his face. So I'm sitting there, Zod jumps up out of bed, not wearing any clothes, okay? Got his hand over his eye, running by me, all screaming I'm blind, and smelling all winter and fresh.
And he was over his fever pretty quick.
So that's a true story.
I was there. Yeah, anyway, again, I thank everyone for coming. It's an honor. And nice meeting people for the first time. And, you know, an unfortunate incident, but I think it's a good thing for me to reconnect with family and friends. You know, a lot of times, you know, the Irish say, that's why they have a wake, right? It's not really a sad thing. I think we tend to look at it like life is an ending. No, it's a continuation of what life is all about. And, you know, what life is all about is family. That's what it's all about. And it's about sticking together. And it's about, like, the sacrifices that our military men and women are willing to make, you know, something greater than yourself. And not just that, but it starts with family, you know. Made a difference there. So what I am taking away from this, and, you know, I've been unaffected by death up to this point. I think I've been pretty fortunate, but it's teaching me something, and that's that it's important every day to let my family and the people I love know that I love them. That's all I've got. So,
Thank you. Once again, thank everybody for coming. I tried to get some of his friends, but, you know, when you're up in years, there's just...
You got Jim?
Blackheart, is that you? Damn, I didn't even see you. Do you recognize that steel guitar rack some of you guys used to play? It's one of my father's band members.
Oh, yeah. He was
I'm so
good.
glad you made it.
He was good.
Yeah?
He was good.
You guys were pretty good. Steve Stone, you sang country.
Cemetery today.